In the heart of summer, a mother duck sat patiently on her nest in the meadow by a shimmering blue pond. Her yellow chicks had hatched, one by one, and were now fluttering about with chirps of delight. All but one egg had cracked open. She nestled over the unusually large egg, waiting. One morning, with a loud crack, the final egg burst open, and out tumbled a rather large and oddly gray chick. The other ducklings chirped close by, their bright yellow feathers starkly contrasting with the newcomer's dull gray plumage. Mother Duck watched with a sigh that was half curiosity and half concern. "What a strange and ugly duckling he is," she thought, but she loved him just the same. As days turned into weeks, the ugly duckling grew. All he ever wanted was to fit in with his siblings, but his long neck and peculiar feathers made him stand out. The other animals in the farmyard teased him, calling him ugly and bullying him at every chance. The ugly duckling felt more alone with each passing day, and he often wished he could disappear. One quiet day, unable to bear the teasing any longer, the ugly duckling decided to leave the farm. He journeyed through the wilderness, his heart heavy with sadness. Along the way, he encountered other birds, even wild ducks and geese, but each one rejected him with a taunt of his unusual appearance. Hurt but determined, he continued his search for a place where he could belong. Autumn came, painting the landscape in hues of gold and brown. One day, the ugly duckling gazed upwards and saw a flock of majestic birds flying gracefully across the sky. They were swans, grand and wonderful with their long necks and white feathers that glinted in the sunshine. Enraptured by their beauty, the duckling admired them from afar, wishing he was among them. Winter followed quickly. It was a harsh time for the ugly duckling. Alone, he sought shelter by a frozen lake, surviving between the snow drifts and bitter cold. He often dreamt of those beautiful swans, longing to be like them. Eventually, spring arrived, and the sun's warm rays started to melt the ice. Nature awoke with new life, and so did the ugly duckling's hope. His feathers began to change. One day, while swimming in the pond, he caught a glimpse of his reflection in the water. Astonished, he realized that he wasn't an ugly duckling anymore. His feathers were snowy white and his neck long and elegant. He had transformed into a swan. His heart soared as he joined another flock of swans. The beautiful birds welcomed him, recognizing him as one of their own. This acceptance filled the ugly duckling, now a graceful swan, with joy and contentment he had never known. He had found where he truly belonged. Soon, the other swans considered him the most beautiful of all. He had not only found his family, but also happiness within himself. In the end, what he thought made him different and unworthy was indeed what made him magnificent. His journey had taught him the vital lesson that true beauty comes from self-acceptance and the courage to find one's own place in the world.